Hello everybody, my name is Ninja Monkey Gaming, and I am returning with a new What If for my secondary episode of the What If series on my channel. And today's series, I know I said I previously would have done What If Jaune was Kamen Rider Decayed, but I'm putting that off until a later date because I'm still editing the thumbnails. And I will get around to doing the first episode for it. Anyways, as of right now, I'm still kind of prioritizing my, a little bit of my life. Things have slowly gotten better. Things relating to a person whose name I will not say. It's gotten better. It's a rocky start, but, it's getting better. Anyways. From what the title will say, I mean, obviously you can see it right on the thumbnail and on the title. Today's What If will be focusing on love, pain, and most importantly, triumphant returns. What if Jaune Arc, the 8th child of the Arc family, was the secondary writer of the Kamen Rider build series, Kamen Rider Cross. Now you may be wondering, wait a minute, isn't Kamen Rider Cross actually a secondary writer? Well, yes he is, but here, Kamen Rider Cross will actually be a main, primary, and focal focus, whereas Kamen Rider Build and Grease will be the secondary and third focus. And actually, as for who I will be making into Kamen Rider Build and Grease, yes, I'm bringing them in later. And just for hilarious purposes, why not bring in Night Rogue and Bloodstark, just for hilarity purposes. That one's gonna be a bit difficult to, well, more or less tackle. Anyways. The way that Jaune will get the powers, actually will predate back early. Even before the start of the series. I know I mostly do these before the start of the series, the main series of RWBY, but here, there, I died. Oof. Anyways, here. I have my notes up since I have, the data on when Jaune was born. And that is the year of 17 BB in Ansel. So this will be taking place whenever he is 5 to 6 years old, which is mid 17 BB. But anyways, the main focus, not main focus, more or less the moralistic goal of idea of this story is mainly about dreams and love. But you can't have that without suffering and pain. Sometimes you need to let certain things go in order to actually achieve what you need to go for. And by the way, I am also writing this story on my archive of our own web page, and I go by Ultra Instinct Isaac 134. That is Ultra Instinct Isaac 134. And if you have trouble finding it, just go to the website of Archive of Our Own or 803.com. And then when you go to the search bar in the website, type in Ultra Instinct Isaac 134. You should find me there. Anyways, this will be taking place early, like I said before the entirety of the RWBY series starts. And if you're wondering why it sounds a little bit more quiet, or I don't know, depending on how you're viewing this. I have, switched a little bit of things around. I now have I am now laying on a chair because I do not know if I actually have sleep apnea. Oh boy, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Anyways, so the way this will start is that Jaune, around 5 or 6 years old, will almost get attacked by a Grim. Fuck. I kind of fucked it up a little bit. Sorry. You know what? I'll just let the story tell itself. Anyways, without further ado, and before we start, what we need is a little bit of rest, relaxation, and grab yourself some snacks, a drink, and as plenty of YouTubers that do what ifs say, sit back, relax, and enjoy. God damn, that's a good fucking soda. The year is mid-17 BB. Ansel on Remnant. A 5 to 6-year-old Jaune was sitting there, relaxing in the backyard of his home. It wasn't what normal people would, live in, but, I mean, considering that his lineage is more or less about warriors, yeah, nobody would ever really consider that normal. And for someone like his age to have so much of the aura, and yet not know about it, it's astounding. Anyways, it was on this day that he learned a very horrifying and terrifying fact. He was weak. Weak as he stared into the salivating and bloodthirsty maw of an alpha Beowulf, bug-eyed and fearing for his life. He tried to make a sound, but none came out. The creature of Grim, the follower of Salem, reeled its head back and shot forward, ready to end the life of the tiny boy. He thought to himself if someone could save him. And as if to answer the tiny boy's thoughts, an unusual sound distracted the two. It sounded like percussion-based music in a dragon roar? The boy stood in awe as he saw something fly right by him. His thoughts were interrupted by a small robotic thing slamming the Beowulf away, which alerted his father. He managed to see what it was that saved his life. It was a small navy blue and golden robot as it hovered defensively in front of him, almost as if it was protecting him. His father arrived and managed to fend off the Grim, even defeat it, with the family sword and shield, Croatia Moors. The family of, well, 8 children and 2 adults brought the dragon and, well, they managed to allow it to live with them. As long as Jaune took care of it, even though he was tiny, and apparently, well, too nice for his own good, they allowed him to take care of it. They came to know the tiny dragon as Cross Dragon after an unusual encounter when trying to name it. It almost burned it. Well, it brought the family outside, and it burned its name onto a tree, almost as if it was sideways. But the way it did it was more or less in weird looking hieroglyphs. And not just any hieroglyphs, some that would actually, something that would be considered child's play. It burned a sideways X, followed with a dash, a Z, and then it hovered right next to the Z. Yeah, it wasn't really all that clever, but who could blame the tiny thing when it couldn't even freaking speak? Anyways, it was in that moment that in their life that they knew their lives would have changed for an interesting way. I will now skip ahead a little. Present day in the Beacon locker room. Beacon initiation. Here he stood, 17-year-old Jean Arc. He was gearing up by strapping the family sword, Chrysler Morris, to his waist, as he wore a customized Pumpkin Pete hoodie, but instead of the bunny mascot on the front of it, which would be quite embarrassing, it had an unusual logo. Kamen Rider Cross logo. He also wore a blue jacket over the hoodie, long blue jeans, a black shirt underneath the hoodie, a pair of black fingerless gloves, and white running sneakers. Which actually sounds kind of fucking cool if you really think about it. I mean, who wouldn't want to be dripped out and just like, drip! Just pure fucking drip! Getting carried away. 11 minutes in. Sorry, 12 minutes in. Anyways. Hovering next to him was Kroll's dragon, as it looked at him almost in a confused manner. It hummed a little. And when it hummed, he turned to the source and, well, he just kind of chuckled, Oh, don't worry about it, Cross. This is something that most students have to do. This is actually my first time getting in here. The prestigious Beacon Academy. I mean, considering where you come from, you wouldn't really know about it. I mean, I'm sure that wherever you come from, you don't have huntsmen, huntresses, or academies like this. Sorry. But anyways, as he continued getting geared up, he heard the... What was that anyway? What the hell was that? Was that a banshee? Oh, no. It was just Weiss. Oh, joy. This fucking bitch. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in this universe, Jean is not a big fan of Weiss, nor does he actually ever go after her. Whenever Jean first met Weiss as kids, yes, you heard me correctly, as kids, she immediately tried taking Cross the Dragon away from him. Because she was a daddy's girl. Man, fuck out of here with that, you fucking thought. Man, fucking bitch. Sorry. I know most of you people are just gonna fucking yell at me for this. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for the White Knight shippers out there. I'm sorry. To all the White Knight shippers, I'm sorry. To the Dragon Slayer shippers, I got you. And yes, just like the other story with Jean being Sukuna's vessel, this is also a Dragon Slayer only story. The next story I will do, which is the Kamen Rider Decade story, that will actually be I'm debating either a Black Knight or Nightshade story or an Arco story. But depending on how it goes or how well received this story is, I'll I'll think about it. I'll think about it. And I want you to tell me all what you want in the list down below. Do you want the next story to be a Nightshade story? Or an Arca story? Or hell, you can even bring in your own ship. Just nothing relating to Cardin. Ugh. Or Mercury, for that matter. Ugh, I think I just tasted throw up in my mouth. Ugh. Oh god. Sorry. Anyways. Ah, fuck. Sorry about that. Anyways. He heard Weiss harassing. Yes, harassing. This amazing. I mean. She was harassing Pyrenikos. Four-time world champion of the Mistralian champ. She was the four-time She was four-time Mistralian champion Pyrenikos. I am so sorry for the stuttering, everybody. Ah, fuck. This is what I get for staying up at 3 a.m. Anyways. Oh, sorry. 4:19 a.m. God, I fucking hate my life. Anyways. In this story... No, wait. What the fuck am I saying? Let me rephrase that. Jaune walked past Weiss. And he did the most incredibly ballsy move of his entire life. He grabbed Weiss by the ear and dragged her away, leaving a Weiss that was leaving scrape marks, heel-like scrape marks along the prestigious floors of Beacon Academy. And she wailed, wanting to be on a team with the Pyrenikos. Ugh, God, I'm never... Ugh. I sound like a Valley girl there. Ugh. Anyways. What the hell are you doing, Ark? And last time I checked, that dragon was mine. I'm sorry, what? Who was the one that took care of him? Who was the one that took care of him? You moron! You absolute fucking idiot! Who was the one that took care of him? Who actually knows his name? I'm just calling Cross Dragon a he because I actually don't know what Cross Dragon's gender is. I'm just being stupid at this point. I feel stupid. Sorry. Me, of course. Then what's his name? What? What is his name? Shut up! Smooth move, dipshit. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna have to ask you to I'm gonna have to ask you to leave her alone and kindly fuck off. Because Beacon Academy doesn't accept people that harass and basically, you know, criminals. Blake. Sorry, Blake. Sorry, Blake. And it, you know, does it really... just... You're being an all-around bitch right now. I don't want to be that guy that said, I told you so, but maybe your sister was right. You are an uptight bitch. This response left Weiss completely floored. She's the heiress to the Schnee Dust Company for Ohm's sake, or to the sake of the two brothers. She couldn't let some low tier commoner talk down to her. But with that response, and the mere mention of her sister Winter, it hurt all the more. But it didn't just hurt her feelings, it hurt her pride. Vegeta. Sorry. Anyways, as Jaune left, certain interactions slightly stay the same, but here, Yang gets somewhat slowly attached to Jaune. You know, the whole fucking vomit boy shit doesn't happen, unfortunately. I mean, here his voice is slightly more deeper. I mean, not too deep. It's more volume 8 levels of deep, but toned down slightly, if that makes sense. Yeah, here she basically calls him like Dragon Boy, or the whole fanfiction thing of Lover Boy. Yeah, unfortunately we won't be having any smite here. That'll be on my fanfiction account. Oh, okay, well, there I go in this fucking thing. Anyways. Proceedings happen as per normal, except for the fact that Ozpin, whenever he talks with the students, and they're on the launching platforms, he does something completely unexpected that you would never expect in canon. And allow me to explain with this one sentence, or one speech. Beacon Academy is a place where we grow and nurture our... Oh, fuck. Beacon Academy is a place where we nurture and grow our love for people, both human and fallen alike, and we try to strive to work together for a better future of Remnant. And after looking over the congruencies relating to four would-be students, I decided that these 4 students will not be attending Beacon Academy from the get-go. And these 4 students are Skylark, Russell, I forgot, Russell, fuck, what was his name? You know what, I'm just gonna pretend that Ozpin said his name. Russell, yeah, him, Dove, his name too, and Cardin Winchester. All this, the aforementioned students, they just stewed in their anger. But Cardin was the one that actually spoke up. Poor fool doesn't know what he got himself into. Or does he? He screams about how unfair it is to not let soon-to-be students into the school that's supposed to allow powerful people, take over and all that. Ozpin has seen this kind of behavior firsthand in Raven Brandwind. Ooh, shot in the dark at Raven. Ouch. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Raven felt a certain tribe mistress felt a weird pang of anger just surge right through her and then disappear immediately. She sat her cup of tea down. just looking ahead blankly in a weird squint of anger. Somehow, someway, I'm going to kill that old fool. Whatever. Cut back to Beacon. Cardin kept going on and on and on as he slowly reached behind his back. Something that was noticed by Jaune, Yang, Ozpin, and Glinda. Before Glinda can use her semblance, a monstrous hand came up and flung her away. It was a horrifying looking creature. Something that you would only see from your nightmares. This wasn't a creature of Grimm. This was a horrifying abomination of untold horrors. Well, for those who have seen Kamen Rider Build, you know what this is. Wink. This creature was gray, green, almost like a dark barfy forest green. If that's the best way I could describe it. Sorry. I don't know colors. And it had drills for hands. Well, tiny miniature flexible drills for fingers. A mouth that had teeth comprised. It mainly had drills. 4 teeth. Its nose was a drill. Its eyes were covered up by a visor. This was a creature that was unseen before. Not even Ozpin, during his years of being Ozma, had seen something like this. Or had he? But anyways, we're getting too far ahead with that. Jaune knew what this was, and he uttered one simple word underneath his breath. Smash. Shit. He reached behind his back, and as he does this, we immediately cut over back to Cardin. He spewed on about how, and I'm sure you people who've seen the new Spider-Man movie would get this. Also, spoilers for minor dialogue. He spewed on about how gods don't give their powers for service. They take what they want. And with that, Cardin pulled out a weird-looking bottle in the shape of an armadillo. But this armadillo had wings on its back. Almost demonic, terrifying-looking wings on its back. In the bottle. He shook it up, and with a twist, he flipped the bottle upside down and slammed it into his arm. It melded through the plating on it, the gauntlet plating on his arm, and it turned him into an armadillo bat hybrid. Smash. And now I will say this one is of my own creation, because with, you know, how Cardin is, he's an idiot. He wouldn't know how to fucking use this. He only needs help from a fucking bottle. He's a dumb fucking idiot. And the first thing he tries to do that really pisses off Jaune, well, what he does first is a minor annoyance to the blonde, to our favorite blonde. But what he does next, it's done. It's over for the boy. So you see, during this, Cardin had swatted away Ozpin whenever the The prestigious headmaster had tried to, attempt to stop the racist, the Faunus racist, from using the smash bottle, as it would be called. Yeah, that didn't go so good. But here's where Cardin made his biggest all-time mistake. This is number one. He tried to do something that would be considered illegal. And it starts with an R and it ends with an E. I'm sure you can take a guess at that, what that is. It's a 4-letter word. Sure you all know what that is. Anyways, the person he tries to do it on is our homegirl who's crushing on our favorite blonde. Jaune doesn't even know this woman. This weirdly beautiful blonde woman with eyes as purple as the prettiest as a pretty lilac rose. A playful yet, well, motherly personality to match his own, which is more, kind, caring, and, well, what's the word? Big brotherly attitude, I guess. Is the word I'm looking for? Whatever. This set Jaune off in a weird way. Something he's never done before. He pulls out his own weird looking bottle, but on this it had a face of a dragon on it. It was a navy blue bottle. He shook it, twisted the cap, dashed towards the monstrified Cardin, reeled his arm back, but when he did, his fist was entirely encased in navy blue fire. And then, with one singular strike, he knocked the face plating off of Cardin's face. The monstrous Cardin was flung back, letting go of Yang. The flame still stood brightly, shining, almost like a star on his arm. It's assholes like you that really, really piss me off. Now let's quickly cut over to Ruby and the others. Ruby was horrified that she almost witnessed her sister getting... Just even the mere thought of it it disgusted the poor girl to her core. This poor 15-year-old innocent child to her core. Weiss stood there in shock, not knowing what was going on. First thing she knew, Cardin and his goons were getting expelled. Next thing she knew, they pulled out some sort of weird bottle, turned into monsters, and almost did the unthinkable thing that she would only consider her father to be a monster for. Everybody else watched on in horror, but whenever Jaune came in and threw a decisive strike, there was a weird sense of hope that went through their hearts whenever they saw this blonde saving the other blonde. Maybe, just maybe, Ozpen thought. Maybe he's the one. With a powerful stare, all Jaune did was just glare at the monstrous looking Cardin, who the latter was looking on in shock as the fucking face plating fixed itself. Who the hell do you think you are? You know? Let me answer that with this. All the blonde did was crack his neck, slowly lift his left hand up, and with 2 words he summoned his partner in crime. Or crime fighting, preferably. Cross Dragon! Oh. This is supposed to be a badass moment. Forgot my volume was down. Let's try that again. I am so sorry, everybody. Oh my fucking god. This is what I get for staying up at 4 to 5 a.m. or so. Oh god. Alright. Let's try that again. He's with one name he summoned his partner in crime fighting. His very tiny, metallic, and draconic partner in crime fighting. Cross Dragon! As it flew into his hand, right above his hand, his gloved hand that was ready to use it. The dragon folded its head and tail up into a weird box shape. It then landed into his hand. Jaune took the bottle and then shook it before doing the unthinkable. Oh, wait, hang on. Alright, let me try that again. A few seconds before Jaune had summoned Cross Dragon, Jaune pulled out a weird looking belt with a red lever crank on it. Crank lever, whatever the fuck it's called. And it had 2 slots, which looked like it could be used for 2 different bottles that looked like, you know, his. Preferably a rabbit in a tank. Sorry, I just want to, you know, I'm just giving you all a tease. Anyways. Here's when things get very interesting. Jaune, after he summoned Cross Dragon, he took the bottle, shook it, twisted the cap, and as I said before, he did the unthinkable. He then placed Cross Dragon into the belt, as it created a weird musical loop. He cracked his knuckles, and then he cranked the lever. Tubes of clear glass started filling up with navy blue liquid, forming armor. And then, as he stopped, the right set of armor faced in front of him, the other half faced him from the back. He rolled his neck, shook the anxiety out of his hands, and then, as he slammed his right fist into his left hand, he answered the call from the bell with 1 word used by the past user of this belt.
Are you ready?
Henshin! With armor of pure dark navy blue and dark bronzish gold armor, Jaune had turned into Kamen Rider Cross. And I'm saying that with Cross-Z. The proper way to say it. Or if you want to go by nomenclature, Kamen Rider Cross. Sorry for the cringe. This was like an armor unseen by anybody. Jaune just looked at his gloved hands. He grinned underneath the helmet. A quick flashback showed 5-year-old Jaune. No, wait, he looked 7. My bad. No. No, wait. No, yeah. 6 to 7 years old. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. It showed a 6 to 7-year-old Jaune sitting down with his family as they stared at a projection of a weird-looking man with a blue jacket and a red shirt tied around his waist as he wore clothing unlike anything they've ever seen. I'm sure you could all guess who this is. He went on about the history of Kamen Riders, warriors that fought for justice, peace, and things that cared, well, peace, love, justice, and, no, yeah, peace, justice, and love. My bad. While staying anonymous. Hell, some Kamen Riders have actually gone public, revealing their identities, yet with severe consequences in the end. Also, how'd you guys like that whole thing where I knocked the fucking truck over? Also, I apologize about all the stuttering from my end on that. This is what I get for, once again, staying up at 4 a.m. Everybody just looked on in shock. Even Glinda, as she came back. Whenever she came back after being knocked away, she saw what was apparently her student getting swallowed up by, like, weird, draconic-looking armor. Husband, are you seeing this? All Ozpin did was just stand there in shock as he took a sip from his coffee cup. Or was that tea? Yes, my dear Glinda, I see it. Still finding it hard to believe. No, yeah, that was definitely coffee. Menagerie, to be in fact. Ooh, fancy man. Sorry, I'm just providing a little bit of humor in this dark moment. Slightly dark moment. Ooh, okay, that was pretty cool. Past me. Anyways, sorry. Anyways. Jaune had come to find out that the man in the hologram was the past user and holder of the title and armor of Kamen Rider Cross, Ryuga Banjo. Partner to Kamen Rider build holder Sento Kiryu, otherwise known as Takumi Katsuragi. Or if you want to be more specific, Katsuragi Takumi. The demonic scientist from another universe. Or the Kamen Rider from another universe, sorry. And the creator of the Trans Steam Gun. And future problems that laid ahead for him. The monstrified Cardin had sent his monstrified goons in. And with that, each one of them was taken down. Hold on. Anyways. Whenever Dove came in, swinging with a hard right hook, Jaune responded in kind with a fucking brutal left jab to the fucking face, knocking the poor monstrified boy down. If you were to kind of look at it from a standpoint, you would almost feel bad for them. Almost. Skylark came in with a fucking with a with a knee, but Jean blocked it and delivered a roundhouse kick of his own. And the last one that tried it, he got knocked out Batman style. The no look over the shoulder back fist. I'm sure you all know which one that is. Cardin then realized the mistake he made, but he still pressed on. Once again, sorry. Trying to find a fucking what is it? The finisher sound effect for this. I'm so sorry. I'm making you all wait for a little bit. Alright, I found a slightly altered version of the finisher for this. Anyways, whatever. Jaune had basically outdid himself in a way that would have, seemed nigh impossible. What I mean by that, he managed to not only impress Blake with his amount of fighting, or with the way he was fighting, more specifically, but he also managed to impress Ozpin as well as Glinda. Cardin had pressed forward, and after a grueling 10 minutes of pure non-stop fighting on that cliff, after everyone had been escorted away from the fight, Jaune had worn down Cardin, and then once again, he cranked the lever for a final draconic finisher. And with that, this battle is good as over. Sorry, Cardin. This is on you for using a smash bottle. Bye-bye.
Ready, go!
And with this, Jaune leapt up in the air. The image of a dragon blowing blue fire at him, launching him right at Cardin, was visible. His right foot encased in navy blue flames, as he did a brutal roundhouse kick.
Finish!
With this, Cardin and all the others have returned to normal, their smashed bottles flying out of their bodies and into Jaune's hands. Before he, realized something interesting. The smash bottles they used were based on animals. Bat, armadillo, and a few other ones that I will not name. But I will say one of them is a really interesting one that I created for this scenario. A Fennec Fox. That's all I can really say. Anyways, for this, Jaune put the bottles away in a safety pouch, if you will. Cardin and the other three came to. When they realized what they'd done, they didn't care. They didn't really care at all. Whenever Cardin tried to go after Jaune, Ozpin came in with a clutch and slapped the boy. No, it was not Ozpin. My bad. Lai Ren came in with the clutch and saved Jaune from having to go through another grueling battle. How did he do it, you ask? Kick to the face. With a wata. Oh, let me rephrase that. A wata! If you will. You know, considering Lai Ren's heritage, it's kind of messed up, actually. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel bad for that. Anyways. Jaune had let Cross Dragon pop out, and he returned to normal, the armor disappearing away from him. Day was saved, but not too far away, a lone armored figure with an image of a bat on his chest watched Jaune from afar, stating that things have gotten interesting now that he is here. And he wonders when the other two will show up. Perhaps when the time is right. But anyways, a few days have passed after the incident relating to Team Cardinal, or what was gonna be Team Cardinal. The four would-be students, now turned criminals, had been put away. Cardin's parents being taken off of the remnant council, if you will. Mainly because their son was related into a sort of situation that, I don't know. He tried to do something illegal, if you will. Not saying what it is, because I don't want to get demonetized by YouTube. Or get this thing taken down. But I'm sure you all know what it is. Cardin's parents were also arrested. Jaune and Lai Ren got to be brothers in all but blood and arms. And brothers in arms, sorry. And a little while afterwards, Jaune got to know more about Ruby and Yang. But today was a bit of a sad day. You see, here, something happened to our boy Jaune. A little while after the incident regarding Cross Dragon, an armored figure with the bat on his chest came in and murdered one Julius Ark, the father of all the children in the Ark family, and the wife to Jane Ark. Or not Jane Ark, sorry. I don't know. Well, let's just say he was murdered, leaving behind 8 children and 1 wife. It was on this day that Jaune was mourning. He almost didn't seem like his bright, cheery self like he normally did. Yang and Ruby snuck along and watched him enter a warehouse. with a bouquet of roses. Yellow roses to be exact. He took the roses out, and then he laid them on the floor of the warehouse. Yang and Ruby watched this from afar, wondering what was going on. And, well, another day passed. Well, no, not another day passed. A few hours passed, sorry. Yang had... Fuck my hand. Yang had finally managed to get the deets. It was not too bright. But all the more after his heroics. This is when Yang actually started to... What is that? Fall for Jaune? She's falling for Dragon Boy? Oh my. Anyways, with that being said, Yang went to bed. Her thoughts on one Jaune arc. And the mystery of Kamen Rider Cross. And with that, we cap off episode 1 of What If Jaune Arc was Kamen Rider Cross from Kamen Rider Build.